I had graduated with my second degree. I was a CPA, getting ready to go to law school, and a friend asked me if I'd come be part of a company that he was starting. And so I was one of the 7 original members that helped start that company and build it from a mere dream into a multi-billion-dollar company. And those were great. They were great years, but I was there from 1984 till 2001. What's the greatest form of advertising there is? Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's word of mouth. If you're my best friend and we're talking and I tell you about a product, or maybe I tell you about a restaurant that's really, really good that you can take your girlfriend or your wife to, the likelihood that you will then go to that restaurant escalates. Why? Because we're best friends. But if you just, if I hadn't told you that, it would take you seeing the name of that restaurant 17 times before you ever went there. So the power that it brings forth, person to person, sharing products that work. You see, about 6 months ago, the Associated Press did a very interesting study. And in that study, they said that 4 out of 5, that's 80% of the adults in our country at some time will suffer from either poverty, bankruptcy, or unemployment of a year or longer. So you can't tell me that people, sometimes people say, well, that person doesn't need any money. And I say, well, I know they do. 80% of the people do. And of those other 20%, I know they do too. What they don't know is what I call the mechanics of wealth. Too many Americans think that security is exchanging a unit of time for a unit of money. And they think that's security, whereas in reality, you're capping yourself. You're telling the world, I don't want to make more than $30,000 a year. That's all I'm worth. Please don't pay me anymore, because they're not going to. The people who have been able to become successful have done it through leveraged income and through residual income. And we are the only industry in the world today that offers the chance to have both shared leveraged income and residual income. You need a company that its leaders are full of integrity, and ours, Steve Wallach and Michelle and Bill, they drip with integrity, and you need that. Number 2, you need leaders who can take and build a company from something very, very small to very, very big. And we have that. Finally, you need the company that's well financed, and we have that. Second, you need products that are so good that you can share them, you don't have to sell them. No other company has it so perfectly built where the short-term income leads to the long-term residual income like Youngevity does. I think the strength of the company, or any company, is how many people you can get in your downline to be able to make at least $500 a month, or $1,000, or $1,500, and that $1,500 will continue for the rest of their life. That $1,500, if a person is facing retirement for the rest of their life, will make the difference between a good retirement and a not so good type of retirement. But our plan is built around helping people to not only get to those very, very important numbers, because in reality, there's very few people that will make it to the $50,000 and the $60,000 checks. And in every company, there's leaders that will make it there, and that's great. That's wonderful. But to me, the strength is built on a $500, $1,500, and $2,500 a month check. And with Youngevity, you have that mechanism. You've got the greatest mechanism in the world to build that $1,500 a month check, as well as that $50,000 a month check. It's just the $50,000 one takes more time to build, and more energy to build, but it's still every bit as attainable. My name is Keith Halls, and myself, as well as many other thousands of people, have been able to come to Youngevity and to succeed like they never thought possible. The only question is, who's next? And is that next you? I hope it is.